Hey, how you doing, everyone? We're live again. Just set the lighting in here. There you go. That should be all right. There we go. That should be better. Let's get the microphone in gear. Hey, we're live. Just working on some more projects after having something to eat. Brand new can of Pepsi, so it's nice and cold and fizzing. Do you see me looking like over here? I've got my MacBook, and over here I've got my 22-inch screen, I think it is. So I kind of move between the two as I'm in my recording studio again, which is super, super cool. Check the lighting is on. Get the orange there, the purple there, sorry. Get the blue that's about right. Yeah, that's about right. That's okay, cool. Because of the screen, it kind of reflects a little bit off my glasses, but nah. That is just the way it is. And you're gonna have to live with it, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. So what projects are you all working on? Are you working on anything, or are you just wasting your time watching me? Which is not the same as wasting your time. Probably need to point that out. It is not wasting your time. This is all educational, good stuff. But hey, you got any questions, anything you want to talk about in terms of web design, Elementor, tips and hints and stuff like that, please do fire away. Because I'm just going to be quietly working away and doing my own thing over here anyway. Just to check that things are okay on some websites and stuff I've got. Right, okay, cool. But if anyone got any questions, please do fire away. All right, because that's what it's all about. It's all about questions. I'm live again on. Sorry if you can hear the tapping. Tapping, I can't do much about it. The microphone is quite good and not picking it up all the time, but it's not perfect. But let me just make sure that's off. It's not absolutely perfect. It's going to pick up some of the clicking. There's not a lot I can do about that. Any questions that you have about Elementor or Elementor? In fact, if you got questions about why should you use Elementor, you're already using Shopify, Squarespace, Wix, other solutions. Why should you make the leap or the jump or the transition to Elementor? Ask it. I'll be honest, because I've used all of those other ones before. So there's a big reason why I moved to Elementor. And it's not because it's cheap, but it's the facility and the features. You can't. I was talking to someone yesterday who's got a Shopify. They're planning to use a Shopify website. And I kept telling them there is nothing wrong with that. But you might regret it later on when you want to have more features or you want to improve your performance or your SEO. When you're using Squarespace, Wix, Shopify, and whatever, you're in their infrastructure and you can only do what they allow you to do to a point. And you want to break out of that, you can't, because it's all a little bit, it's all convoluted. Whereas with WordPress, Elementor, you can change your host. You just take your website. You can change your email provider, whatever. You can move your website. You can actually go from, oh, you know what? I use Divi and Oxygen and whatever, but I want to go Elementor. Fine, you rebuild an Elementor. But with places like Wix, the amount of people who use Wix, and then they want to do SEO, and then they get told, yeah, you got to pay more. And they're like, what? Just for getting in some more keywords? So there's WordPress, blogging website has grown and grown. There's a reason it's still here. There's a reason it is still over 40% of the total websites in the world that are actively running right now. Why are over 40% using WordPress? Why? It's not by luck or chance, because it's been around so long. And if we didn't like it, the minute something new comes, we would have jumped onto it. So why are we staying with WordPress? It's not to do with familiarity. That's rubbish. And it's not to do with the fact that it's easy to add images and whatever. No, it's because of the amount of plugins, the amount of support, the amount of developers worldwide, and the amount of security you feel. Nothing is unhackable, right? So you might say, yeah, but WordPress can get hacked. Yes, so can everything else. But it's the security you feel inside, then you're using something you like and you know what to do with it. You don't need to get a degree or do a course or spend hours and hours studying how do I work on this website and reading tons of manuals. WordPress, straight out the box, you can get going with it. And I'm so glad Elementor is built to work with WordPress. Good thinking, Elementor. Link up to let people know that we are now live and we are chatting. So people don't miss out, because some people do miss out on these chats actually, which isn't their fault, because they're busy or doing other stuff. But hey, if anyone wants, if you know anyone who's missed the chats, or they want to like discuss something with me, then let them know. Share. Let people know that we are now live. We are here. Sometimes it's really weird when I'm typing, because I want to go like this, lean down, but the microphone is right here. So I'm just gonna change that a little bit to be like that. That should be okay. I'm hoping you can still hear me okay as well, by the way. If you can't, do let me know if the volume is too loud or too low or fuzzy as well. Let me know, okay? Your feedback always matters. There is something so nice about a fizzy drink. Hey Shabam, you okay, my friend? How you doing? Are you working on anything? Or are you just watching YouTube videos? Right, okay, so just gotta start planning out some CSS tricks and stuff that I want to try out with videos. I have this idea for a video I want to do on it's to do with you have an image and then certain icons glow or something. I just want to do something different, but I'm just trying to work out in my head, how can I do it where it's easy and light in terms of the amount of images you have on a page. So I'm just trying to have a think about, how can I do this? Because I don't want to tell you to do something if it doesn't really serve a purpose. Because I think that's quite important. That is important. Do you know what? I really, really hate it. I'm sorry if any of you like Divi, but I really, really hate the amount of people that are putting out videos. One day it's Divi, one day it's Elementor, one day it's Gutenberg. Then they go back to Divi, Elementor, Gutenberg. And it's like, just make your mind up. Stop confusing your subscribers, right? Because they need to focus on one solution. And I'm all in on Elementor. Hey, Chandan. Okay, so Chandan, I'm going to recommend that you watch this video. This will go over plugins, settings, Elementor header, footer, page, blog, WooCommerce as well. All right, this is the video you should be watching. If there's any video you need to watch, it's this one. Okay, this is the video. This is the video for settings, plugins, EL headers and footers. I'm going to paste the link in a minute. All right, wait. Right, make sure you watch that video, my friend, okay? Not right now, because I don't want you to leave me here, but you can leave me if you want, but make sure you watch that video. Because that video will just cover it all for you and help you out. Got it? Don't watch it. You'll get stuck. No, you won't get stuck. There we go. So watch that video, all right? It's over 2 hours long. It's got timestamps. Just watch it in stages, follow it, and you'll be fine, okay? By the way, the best thing you do is when you watch the video, you have the video open and you have your website open and you watch a bit, you do a bit, watch a bit, do a bit, watch, do, watch, do, watch, do. Don't just watch it, make notes and then do it. Just do it in stages, all right? And you will get through it, trust me. And you learn as you go along, all right? You learn as you go along. Oh, my back feels sore. You will get there, my friend. Let's create some Canva images. Right, just got to plan out what I'm doing here with just plan out what I'm doing with this possible. I like my videos to always be a little bit different in what I do. Just like to be different, that's all. Just got to think of a solution. Okay, Shivam. So to make a website fully responsive, if you've built your website and now you're trying to make it responsive, it's gonna take you a long time because you're gonna have to go through it all step by step by step by step by stage, right? And the trouble with that is that it takes time. What you need to do is let me just show you, is you need to follow this approach, right? This approach, okay, for responsive sites, right? So my approach is that you create your section, you create your columns. You don't worry about margins or padding. You then put in your content. Then you do your margins and your padding because now you can see what is there and how should it be laid out. Okay. Does it need to be closer together, further apart? Does it need to be one column, 5 columns? You start to work things out a bit better. Then you go to tablet mode and you adjust the margins and the padding and the font size and the image size. Then you go to mobile. Again, you adjust it. When you've got that one perfect section, you then copy it, duplicate it, and then you rearrange what's in there. Different stuff, maps, whatever. But because you've set your margin and your padding so perfectly in the first section, if you set it on the mobile to have 15 pixels padding on the left and right for the mobile, every section will have 15 pixels for the mobile. If you set your header or your body text to be a certain size in desktop and then mobile, when you duplicate it with different text, it will have the same style. So that's what you really want to be going for. Don't create your website in full 20 pages and then make it responsive because that's a world of pain. It will take you a long time and you got to do it. So I always say, hey, Wakas, I would say do 1 or 2 sections as perfect as you can, and then you duplicate, 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 duplicate. Because it takes through with it the logic. And if say you do text somewhere and you've styled it and you've done it for tablet mobile, and then you do text again in another page or further below, just go back to the original text, copy it and paste it somewhere else. It will bring the font style, the weighting, the desktop REM, the tablet REM, the mobile REM. It'll have it all there. You might tinker with it, but it follows the logic. So when you've done one header, right, and you want to do another header somewhere else, don't start from scratch. Copy paste it. Copy paste it. Copy paste it. And the other thing you can do, and this is something people forget. Hey, ecom, the other thing, when you've got the perfect header for that website, right click it and set it as a global widget. Set it as a global widget, not a favorite, a global widget. Why? Because the next time you drag in a header from your global, it will have all your styling. Right? Let's say all of your images have a border radius of 25 and a certain shadow effect, certain width, certain height, whatever, right? Set it as a global widget. And every time you drop it, it has the sizing. It's got everything there for you. I mean, all you do is change the image, but you're not going through you're not having to redo the border, the shadow effect, the width, the height, whatever. You're making it efficient and more productive for that website. So that's what you need to do. And that's how you get to being much better on responsiveness. I know that's not the best answer. But believe me, the more you do that, the better it is. Well, this is where you see when you make it on a desktop, okay, I always use REM. So a main header, I might go with REM 3. When I get to tablet, I go to REM maybe 2, 2.3, 2.4. When I go to mobile, I might go to 1.8 roughly. But I use REM. I know it's not perfect, Shibam, but use REM, okay? Because REM is slightly responsive. Believe me, it is slightly responsive. It's very minor, but it does the trick. So when you go from laptop for the desktop view and you go to big mobile, it does take it over a little bit. So REM is responsive. That's what it's for. EM is a unit of font sizing. It's just EM. REM is responsive. So use REM. Do not use percentage. Do not use pixel for font. EM is okay, but start making the switch to REM. Exactly, Anthony. How you doing, by the way? Yeah, REM for text everywhere. Everywhere. Button text, header text, body text, everything REM. I use pixels for margin and padding, or I might use VW or VH, right? Percentage, I sometimes use for images, sometimes, or VH or VW again. That's like percentages, isn't it? But text, always, always REM. And you probably need to watch this video. Wait, let me get it. Where's it gone? Font. Right, you need to watch this video. Okay, here we go. Watch this for fonts. You need to watch that video. It is really important when it comes to global colors, global fonts, typography, the site settings, and why I say use REM. A lot of people, it's very easy to get confused by, you go to global font, you set your font family and you set your sizing and your weighting. That's actually wrong. You need to do your weighting and your size in the typography, but the family is the global font. So this makes it clear what you need to do. Yeah, so the transition into Flex containers is more dynamic in how you can work and rearrange things. I have not done a video yet on that because I'm waiting. I've seen the stuff they've got. I think it's really good, but I don't, and I've seen people do videos on it and they explain it. I think it's really dangerous to do that until we have the final version, because the final version might be slightly different in how it works because there's bugs and stuff. So once Elementor release it properly, then I'm going to go through how would you use it. I'm not going to cover it in the live sessions or anything like that, not until I know that Elementor have finalized it and we now know, okay, this is how you use it. Because we're all used to sections and columns and all of that. How does the Flex container work? And what are the benefits of it? Also, what we also have to kind of think about though is I've done a lot of hover effects. You hover on a column and you can do this. You hover on a section, you can do that. Will they still work? So if I hover over a column, I can get another image appear, or the text changes, or the image changes, or things move by you hovering. Is that still going to work? Technically, yes, it should still work. But I don't want to test it out until I know this is the final version. It's meant to be easier. But don't we say that about everything in life? Hey, it's easier. And it never is. If anyone's wondering what I'm listening to, it's trance music, trance radio. I love trance music because it's just when you take away the beat, you know, when you take away the beat, it's lovely instrumental, uplifting music. And I just love that. I just love music. No words, just uplifting music. I love epic instrumental music. I love epic music. Gets my blood pumping. Any questions, just ask. You're listening to Imran Siddiq on Nighttime Radio. I hope you've all eaten and you're driving safely. Make sure you lock all your doors and stay safe. Take care. I'm not going anywhere yet. I'm still here, by the way. I'm not going anywhere. So I'm going to answer Bo Mana's question first, and then I'll come back to you, Ant. I haven't really used Ninja Forms that much. And if Elementor Pro's forms don't completely do what I want with like calculated logic, calculations basically, then I use Forminator. Forminator could be better in the way it looks. I think it's a bit ugly in how it looks. I think they need to improve the aesthetics of it. But I haven't used Ninja Forms much. But Forminator is dead easy when you want to do like when you want to show quotes, or you want to say if you order XYZ, here's the total price. And the fact it gives you a PayPal button or Stripes for you to pay, that's so good. I had a customer who wanted to have a shop, and they were only ever going to sell 4 products. 4 products. That is it. And I went, there's no need for WooCommerce. Let's just do Forminator, because they get the details. They send it themselves. So it's like it works out better for them. Right. I'll do Ant's question then, Shivams. The plans for our channel is obviously we want to keep growing. We really want to grow more. We're close to 4,000 subscribers. I want to hit 5,000 by the end of March, but I really want to hit 20,000 by the end of the year. I want us to keep growing, get out there, because I'll be honest, when we put out a video, we on day 1 we might hit 200-300 views. Day 2 it might be 300-400. It takes ages for any of our videos to ever hit 1,000. Some do, but it takes a while. You get other people who they put out a video and within an hour they've got 1,000 views. So we're down here in terms of influencing, and I want to get up there because I'm more honest and transparent. We don't do affiliate commissions. We don't try and make you buy something you don't need to buy or pretend something's really good. Or we go Elementor, Divi, Oxygen, Gutenberg. We jump around. No, we stay on Elementor. But our plan is to keep growing. I'm hoping we'll get sponsorship. People might sponsor us or whatever. Collaborate with us a bit more. We have just started something brand new, though. I don't know if you've seen the video for it. Let me just get the link for it. Okay, whereby we are now offering homepage reviews for free. And what we do is we review your homepage here on a video. We do a video where we go through your homepage, the layout, the flow, the colors, the fonts, the page speed insights. If we were doing it differently, what would we have done? Or I might say, this is perfect. This is wicked. Everything is just beautiful to look at. And if people are okay with that, that's what we'll do. We've grown better than I thought we would. To be close to 4,000, and we started our channel about 8.5 months ago, is really good. But we want to get higher, so much higher. Right, Shivam's question. Is it possible to create a hover card in Elementor using icon box, but when we hover on the text and the background, everything changes on hover? Well, yeah, you could use this. Look, let me show you this code, right? Hover. Let me show this one, right? The code that I show you here, right? So Shivam, use this to change the contents of the column. So what you do is you might have an icon box, right? And when you hover over it, the icon box changes to a different icon box. So you'll have 2 icon boxes, but one of them is hidden. And when you hover over it, the other one appears. Sorry, the other one appears, transitions with 0.3 seconds. So it goes whoop, like that or whatever. So you could use that to change the contents based on hover. We've done a WooCommerce, Bomana. So this video here, you need to watch this video. So we've already done a blog on we've done a detailed one on e-commerce, but now I don't think you should watch that. I think you should watch this video on e-commerce, right? So Bomana, I do recommend you look at our video channel and you go to our videos and do a search because there's a magnifying glass. Just do a search. You need to watch that, okay? So for you got an e-commerce store with so many products, it's the same process whether you have 2 products, 5 products, or 1,000 products. It's the same process, really. Yep, cool, Lance. Yeah, whenever you're ready, whenever you want a homepage opinion, a view on it. Our opinion is not final. We're just people. But if you want an opinion on it, please do. Someone asked for an opinion a couple of days ago, and we gave them one, and they implemented the changes. And they were told that literally as soon as they did it, people were commenting how it was better. And the changes were minor, but there were things that I felt this will make the extra difference between a polished page or an okay page. What you need to do is you need to email me. You need to email me, but please, please, please watch the video where I tell you what I need. I need the URL. I need to know what your website is about and who is your ideal client. Hey, Gaurav, you okay, friend? So when it comes to pricing, Shivam, okay, um, it's going to be based on where is your client based. So where is your client based? And if that client didn't use you and went elsewhere, what would they pay elsewhere? So you got to look at it in terms of 3 websites. You have basic website, 5 pages. You have a blog website, which will now require a blog template. And then you have a WooCommerce website, right? WooCommerce over here. What do your competitors charge for those 3? And where is your client based? If your client is based in India, they're only going to pay so much. If they're based in UK, they're probably going to pay a bit more. If they're based in the US, they're probably going to pay even more. So where is your client base? And is your client a new business, so they haven't got a lot of money, or are they established business? They should have a bit more money. Do they care about advertising, SEO, performance of the website? Do they care if the website is slow? Does it need to look really good on the mobile? They're all extras, but the key thing is where is your client based and what do people in that area kind of pay? If you don't know, what you do is you contact other web designers in your area or people where that client is from. And you say to them, hey, I might want a website. I know this is not this bad thing to do, but say, hey, I might want a website. I might want XYZ using Elementor. Da, 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 da. What's the rough cost? And see what they say. Hey, James. So when it comes to a Netflix style slide, you're better off using the testimonial carousel. The only problem though with the testimonial carousel, you're talking about the offset, aren't you? So you can see kind of like half of the slider. So with Netflix, you get it, and then you can see half of the next slide, so you know to slide more. Now, if you wanted to go with something like that, um, you might need to Google it because I haven't done a video on that yet. I need to do a video on that, by the way. I need to make a note of that. But I think someone's already done something. Do a Google search for Elementor Netflix slider. You might find it. I was going to make a note of it here for myself to put Netflix offset sliders, so I don't forget to look at that one. Haven't done anything yet on that, but it's so you just need to add a bit of code where what it does is so if you say show 3 slides, it shows 3.5 or 3.3. So you get 3 slides, no, not 3 slides, 5 say, you get 5 slides, and then you get a bit of the other one. But testimonial carousel is your best way to do it, I think. Or if you use WordPress blogs, the blogs bit, sorry, posts, for all of the items that will sit in your slider, you could then set up a post slider. But again, you want to set it so that you have 5 showing in full, and then you have the next one a little bit just coming through. Yeah, and that's exactly the approach we take. So we have some templates and we say to them, right, you haven't got a big budget. You want to get your website out the door. You're also happy to tinker with it yourselves, or we can do it, tinker with it for you. Here's the basic templates. And you might have a basic one for website on its own, website with a shop, website with a blog and a shop, whatever, you might have one that's got all of them. And then whichever one they want, you just basically import the base template with the plugins and settings. And then either they or us punch in their content and their images, and away they go. And that does work. That does work. But yeah, do Google, okay, Elementor Netflix slider. It's been answered before. I just haven't got around to doing a video on it. Once I find the best solution, I'll do a video on it. And I might change it a little bit as well. I'm trying to find an image of a smartphone on here. I'm not finding a good image. Not finding a good image. Let's go to photos instead. iPhone screen. Oh, well, and what we say to clients is what we sometimes do with them is we take a deposit at the start, and then we say to them, right, we now need your content by X, right? And if we don't get your content, we can't start with the website properly. And if you never get the content to us, you don't get your refund back, because we are waiting on you, and we've taken time to plan for you, to schedule your work in, to install WordPress, your plugins, your settings, Elementor, all this stuff. And we say to them, right, if you give the content to us in Word in a certain way, and you've made clear where your images go, or you let us decide, okay, fine. If you don't give it to us and you want us to write the content, we're going to charge you this amount. And sometimes I say to them, if you don't know what your content is, give me something, a paragraph or a sentence, and we'll stick it in. And then later, if you want to add more to it, you can do. You just go in and add it. But give us something. And, there's nothing worse than if a client keeps you hanging. But as long as you've had 50% payment, and if they don't give me content for 2 months, fine, I don't care. I'll wait until they do, and I'll carry on with other stuff. But then I also say to them, I scheduled you in to work on your website this week. If you now give me your content in 3 weeks' time, right? 3 weeks' time, I might not start it for another 2 weeks, because I have got other things scheduled in. If you don't get to jump the queue, you don't get to go, hey, I'm going off shopping, and you take your time, and then you come back and go, right, I now want to get back in the queue. No, you join the back of the queue. That's the way it is. Because why should someone else who was timely and gave you what they needed have to wait? So that's what we do. We do try and get our clients to stick to a time schedule. They always deviate, don't they? And it's such a pain in the butt. And I feel like saying to them, how would you feel if someone was doing an extension on your home and then they went off and did something else? How would you feel if, like, you had a meeting with a doctor or a lawyer or a dentist? You get there and they're like, oh, sorry, we're doing something else now. We'll get back to you tomorrow. You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it if someone says, I'm coming to your house to deliver something and you're there all day waiting. Da, 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 da. You're just waiting. They wouldn't like it. And I remind them of that sometimes. I said, sorry, but we're a business. We're not sat there in bed going, let's design a website with our feet. No, we're a business. So, but I say this many times, people sometimes they disrespect what we do. It depends on, well, if your website is still coming up slow after you've optimized, right? And done everything, it could be your server. So if you've got a slow server, you're a bit stuffed. Second thing, have you purged the server? What I mean is, don't just purge the website, purge the server cache as well. Third thing, have you tested it on someone else's internet? Go outside with your phone and test it. Is it still slow? Have you had someone who doesn't live near you test it? Is it still slow? Because it might just be where you're living, or your current internet, or your router, or your server. You need to test it out. Get some friends to just say, hey, when you click the link or you go in, how long does it take before that homepage loaded up? And it might be fine. Oh, and I used to be way too easy, way too easy. There's one client who we started working on their website in March 2020. Last week, just gone, in fact, it was Tuesday, just gone, is when we've now finished their website, or we're 95% done. Nearly 1 bloody year, because they kept delaying on the content, delaying. But what we did is every time they delayed, we just carried on doing other stuff. And then when they get their stuff to us, I go, fine, yeah, I'll do it next week or the week after. I'll schedule it in. And so if they want to, excuse my language, piss us about and like keep us waiting, if I can work on their stuff when they send it, I'll do it because I want to get it done. But if they keep us waiting and I've got other stuff on, I'll do theirs when that other stuff is done. But the key thing we did is we got a let me get this right. We got I think it was 33% at the start. Then we got 33% when we were halfway. So all that's remaining now is the final 33%. So we've had 2/3 of the payment. So, we know that right now, even though it's taken a year, we will get the done. We will get it completed once they've signed it off for us to do the final stages. And then we get the final 33%, which kind of feels nice because you would have had the money all of last year and used it on other stuff. But now we know we'll get it later. So, key thing, get paid in stages. And, yeah, it does mess up your cash flow. But, one of the things I will say, when you've got a job on and you're working on a project, behind the scenes, keep looking for other work. So as soon as that job finishes or stagnates or takes longer or disappears for a while, you can jump onto something else. Because if you just put all your attention, right, I'm only going to do this and I'm not going to look for other work elsewhere or whatever, when that job fails or falters, then you're left like going, oh God, now we've got to get work. And you could have a delay of 1 or 2 weeks. So watch out for that. Don't get me wrong, my friend. I know for a fact I was too easygoing on my clients, and I would let them talk to me like they could get away with saying whatever they want because they talk down to you. And it's like we're skilled people. You need us. Yes, we need you to pay the bills, but you need us. And just because they're paying you does not mean they get to treat you like scum or rubbish. So once you get out of that and you start to respect yourself and what you do, you'll start to overcome letting them dictate the timelines. Yeah, I mean, I used to say yes to every project, and now I would say every month there's probably one project I will say no. One customer really wanted to work with us. I mean, properly wanted to work with us. And I didn't want to work with them because their attitude was stunk. The way they talked to us, the way they wanted us to go above and beyond, it's the way they speak to you. Yeah, we want this and we want that. I don't care what you think. And I'm saying, I don't advise you doing this because this is not a good way to do a web design. I don't care, blah, 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 blah. And if they disrespect my opinion and my skill set and my knowledge, I don't want to make a website that actually there's going to be no fun. And they're the sort of person who I knew would be difficult going later on. So I pull away. If I get a feeling that the website is just more problematic than it needs to be, or they're asking for something I can't do. Now, this is important for all of you out there, okay? A lot of people agree to do a website, but you don't really know how to do what the customer wants. So the customer said, I want do. And you're going, yeah, WordPress, Elementor, WooCommerce. The other stuff will work it out. There'll be a plugin. I'll ask someone on Fiverr or a Coder or Elementor group. I'll ask Imran. We'll get some code. If I get a single feeling I do not know how to do this or where to get the answer, I don't do it. I do not want to stress myself out. I want to be able to start the job, plan it out, A to Z, get it done, and not lose sleep. Because the minute you pick up a project and you're now 60% of the way through, deposit's been paid, whatever, right? And your customer had told you at the beginning they wanted and you don't know how to do it, you're going to regret it. You'll go to Fiverr, no one knows how to do it. You go to Elementor Community, no one knows how to do it. You want to use a plugin. There is a plugin, but the plugin will cost £200, £100. Your client is not going to pay extra now because you never told them about that plugin at the start. If you told them at the start, you could have added it to your pricing. And we need this plugin, and it's an annual cost. It's not a one-off cost, it's an annual cost, right? Because if you go back to your client and say, yeah, we can do it, but you got to pay $100 every year, the client might go, you what? You're telling me this now? Why didn't you know this then? I'm not paying it. I'm really disappointed in you. So if I get a feeling that the client is disrespectful, going to talk down to me, waste my time, or the spec makes me go, I'm not feeling confident with that, I don't do it. I don't. In the old days, I used to lose sleep. I am talking, I'd be up all night trying to find a solution. I'd be asking questions, trying out plugins, getting myself stuck, breaking the site because you put a plugin in that then messed up your WordPress database, using a backup, blah, 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 blah. Messy. So I say, only do it if you're confident. And the amount of people on from Fiverr, and you know who you are, people, you know, my subscribers, a lot of you're using Fiverr to get your clients. You get asked, the client wants X, and you've said, yeah, we'll do it. But you don't know how to do it. Don't take it on. Stop stressing yourself out. You want to get that website built in right, I'll tell you what we do. A basic website we do in 2 days. If it's a template website of a template we got, it's 1 day. If it's an easy basic website, 2 days. If it's a blog website, 3 days. WooCommerce, we get it done in 4 days. We do not mess around. We get our research, we understand what we're going to do, and we hit and nail it. Get them done. Get it done. The SEO, the rank math, the performance, the optimization, the response, we get it done. But if I know this website's going to take a couple of weeks, it's not the client's fault. It's because it's so complicated. I don't want to lose sleep. We need to enjoy what we do. It's the whole point we do is you work from home. You can sit in the garden. You can sit in a cafe. You can have your feet up, get up when you want, go to sleep when you want, eat what you want, drink what you want. Enjoy it. Oh man, EPOS plugin. Ooh. I mean, when someone says to me now, a WooCommerce store, and they want to do a fulfillment center, I say to them, can you get the API? If you can't get the API and the company cannot confirm that all you got to do is drop it into the API setting in WooCommerce, if you need more than that, you need to go get a developer. I'm not doing any more for you. All I'm going to do is drop the code in, the API, into the WooCommerce setting because it's there in WooCommerce, so that when an order is complete, it talks to the fulfillment center or the postage label company, whatever. That is all I will do. If you want a dedicated, bespoke API or whatever going on, I'll do your website, but that stage, you can pay someone else. Or I'll find someone for you, but you probably have to pay another $1,000 because a coder is going to have to take a week coding it. And, I'm just like, I think the days of taking on stress when you do web design, because like when you write a book or you design a logo or a picture, it's creativity, isn't it? Finger magic, dancing on the keyboard. It's finger magic. It's lovely. And when you create something and it works and it looks good, don't you feel proud? You just decorated, it's wicked. But the moment you are made to do something you don't know how to do or you're struggling, it ruins the moment. Does anyone else feel like that? Am I talking rubbish here? But it ruins the moment. And when you have a client like that, and you want a good review at the end of the day, don't you? You want your client to refer you to someone, don't you? Therefore, you're going to do everything you can to satisfy them. But if you don't know how to satisfy them, it's painful. And I want to give you guys a tip, everyone, girls, guys, everyone, okay? When you've done a job for a client, say to your client, if you refer someone to me, not me, but to yourselves, and they get a website done, you will pay them, I don't know, $100, $50, depending on what they paid in the first place, right? Okay. Try and give them back 10% of what they paid you, right? So I say to my clients, if you refer someone to me and they get a website done, I'm going to pay you $100 every time without fail. I'm not losing money because the money for that I've already priced within my job, right? So they get $100 and they love it. It's referrals for nothing. And the fact that they're referring you means word of mouth. It's not costing you anything because you're paying out of the profit. And there's a good chance they've already told the client, here's my website. So when the person comes to you, they've already seen, oh, I like that website. Where was that from? Who did that? You can, sorry, you can replicate or use the same sort of styling or approach. You know what you're working with, right? So if you're based in like the UK or the US, £100, $100, go for it. If you're based in India or Pakistan or Bangladesh or Africa or anywhere, maybe go for $10 because the price for your website is going to be a whole lot smaller. Go for $10, $15. Imagine your clients in India. If you were going to give them $10 just for sending you a referral of someone that actually had a website built, they're going to go for it, right? $10, $15. You know, who cares if it was just a fake website? Who cares? You built it, you got paid for it. Job done. That is my tip of the day. You must give, I thought I was say, incentivize your referrals, right? Incentivize them. Don't just say, hey, refer people to me. People don't do that. Refer people to me and you're going to get $100. Up come the radars. They will come back to you. They always come back to you. Trust me, they do. Once they know, right? Once they know that if they send 10 people to you and all of them get a website built and that's $1,000 coming their way, they come to you. Exactly. No, and I'll tell you now, we've never done Facebook promotion. Never. Never done Twitter, never done YouTube promote. None of them. I'll tell you why. I used Facebook promotion about 11 years ago because I've written books. I have written books, by the way. You know, I don't just do websites. In fact, I'll put a link to my books. And we used it, okay? And quite frankly, it works a little bit, but not worth it. Because the worst thing is people just click on the link. You then are paying for the link in a way, but it doesn't actually convert into anything. So my books that I have written. So I just say, yeah, don't bother. Because if you know that someone has gone to someone and they need a website and they've come to you, you are 60% there. You're past the 50% point because they found you, not the other way around. They found you. Then all you've got to do is remember, though, what did you charge the original client? So if you said to the original client, $500 for a website, don't now, and the person that comes to you wants roughly the same, don't say $1,000 because they will have spoken to the other person probably. So think about it. You might go, okay, it's 550, or you might say it's 600, whatever. Remember that $100 of that will go back to the original client, okay? And this new client, you say the same thing to them. You refer, you get $100. So every time you do a client, you say to them, referrals, 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 right? You don't just reserve it for the original. You do it for, whoops, I keep hitting the microphone. You do it for all of them. That is the trick of how to do free referrals. And if you've got, I mean, look, if you've got a mailing list or the emails of your previous clients where you have a good relationship and you did a good job for them and they liked you, send them an email now. Send them an email. Let them know, hey, we're doing a new promotion, a lifetime promotion just for our special clients. If you know someone who needs a website and you refer to us, we will give you $1 million or whatever you want to give them. Okay. Send some emails to some people. It's great. I mean, I hope this is useful, by the way, because and I think this is sometimes like what you need to hear about business ideas or scaling up. Because too many videos out there that talk about business models and this and that and that, they're just repeating something that someone else has said. Or they're giving you false dreams. Do this and you'll make $10,000 a month. Do this and you'll make 20,000. They're talking rubbish. I'll never tell you that. In fact, the only way they make money is what they say to you. Here's what you do, but if you pay me $2,000, I'll tell you even more. And I kind of go, well, no, they're not. They're going to tell you rubbish information. In fact, the only reason they make $10,000 a month is because you're paying them. And if they're so rich, this was what gets on my nerves, right? If you're a millionaire and you've made it, you've got the house, you've got the swimming pool, you've got the garden, you've got everything, right? Why are you charging for people to share your knowledge? Why don't you just write a book? Why don't you just tell people? Why don't you show that you actually care? You know, because they're not going to give you one-to-one service. When you sign up, they're just going to give you videos. Here you go. Here's your videos. Here's your content. Watch it in your own time. Do what you want. Yeah, that's all they're going to do. So why are you paying £2,000? Because I'll tell you right now, okay, if I was a millionaire and I did something really amazing that no one else has done, I would be telling you. I'd be doing a video so you can all share. Why should I care if you all become millionaires as well? I've already done it. I haven't really, by the way, okay? I'm nowhere near it. But if I've already done it, so I might as well just tell you. So I really get annoyed with the amount of promotion and videos out there. Oh, Ant, sorry, Mr. May, gotta go. Yeah, take care, right? Mother-in-laws. Ooh. I would love to say that's a good thing, but ooh, that's a lot of stress that is. You're going to see your mother-in-laws. You take care. Speak soon. Hope to see you around soon as well. I know I will see you soon, but you take care. So I'm on here on Canva at the moment, and I'm just on this screen down here, and I'm just trying to create some iPhone images. I'm trying to find a decent, good image because I want to do something like I want to create a video of icons appearing when you use Elementor. The trouble is, though, all of these images are a little bit, if I'm honest, pants. That's a nicer way to put it. These images are pants. If you can hear shouting, tell me. That's my son on Fortnite. He's downstairs, but boy, he might as well be next to me. He's like, go, 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 shoot, 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 shoot. Help me, help me, I'm shot. It's like, shut up. But he's playing his game, so hey, I'll let him play his game. I'm like, shut up, all right? You're making so much noise. Look, right now I can hear him. He's shouting, help, help. Nobody help him. Let him die. Let him die. Right, so I found a decent enough image. It's okay. It's okay. It's not the best image, I have to be honest. I can't believe how difficult it is to find a good iPhone image on Canva. Like, seriously? Is it that difficult? A lot of the images are like iPhone 5 and 4. There aren't that many XR and above good images. If there's one thing you're going to do today after joining in with these videos or watching me, if there's one thing you're going to do not let anyone talk down to you. Do not let anyone make you feel that you are lesser than them because you are a web designer or developer. You are skilled professional people who are good at what you do and how you do it, right? You are professionals. And remember, you are better and you are more expert than anyone else out there that cannot use Elementor, WordPress, or understand web design. You are the expert. Doesn't matter if you got 1 year, 2 years, 6 months, 20 years experience. You know more than someone who does not know how to do it. And unless the client who comes to you knows what they're talking about, which I bet they won't, you are the expert. And if you are a client or someone who wants to learn how to do websites, watch the videos. We're here to help you and guide you. Elemental is easy. Empower yourself to learn the skills and get it built your way, how you want it to be. I feel good about it. Right, I'm going to go with this image. Let's edit this image. Let's take off the saturation. Let's increase the contrast. Let's just change the warmth. No, we're going to leave the warmth. Vibrance, no. Highlights, new shadows. Yeah, we'll go with shadows. That's good. It looks all right. It looks okay. It's not the best image. It's not the best image we have here. But it will do. But it will do. Black. Is that masking the image now? Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Does that look okay? Yeah, I think that looks okay. All right, cool. We can get away with that. We can get away with that. Magnifique. Cool. We can get away with that. Right. So if I go to edit image, see all, where's the reset button? Reset is there. Let's get rid of that. Let's duplicate that. Let's reset the color scheme for the image. We've been live for over 1 hour. Time flies, doesn't it? I would love to do more work with the Elementor people. I'd love to go into their office. You know, I'd love to work with them. But they are miles away from me. And the last holiday I did was 8 years ago, and my passport's run out, and I need to renew it. I just can't get round to renewing it. How bad is that? I have a passport, but I have not renewed it. How bad is that, hey? I think I need to go down and tell my son off in a moment and tell him to get off that, the console and start doing some other work like reading or just something. Because if he just keeps playing, that is not good. If I'm honest, you know, it's not good. Just playing on the computer all of the time. He's got to start doing some reading, educational stuff. But believe me, the minute I say that to him, he's gonna like go, no! But I'm gonna have to tell him in a moment. Get off that PlayStation. You can probably hear me, so he knows what's coming. He's directly below me, so I could just stamp my feet, but I won't do that. So just trying to create an image here in Canva. I like to be very precise. I used to use Photoshop a lot. I'm talking about a lot. And then I came across Canva and I realized, well, there's more facilities, you know, when you're creating logos and just graphics for the website, there's so much more facilities. So I do. I just use Canva now for everything, and it works. it works beautifully for me in what it does. Really, really good. And that's what I like. I love it when we have tools, and that's why I love Elementor so much. You know, there's still going to be people out there that go, "Oh, Elementor, oh, you're cheating. You're not really building a website, are you? Oh, it does it all for you. Blah de blah de blah de blah." And I just sort of go, "That's your opinion, but to build a website, you still need creativity. You still need styling. You still need to understand SEO, performance, and how to create things." That doesn't just come like that. That comes with experience. So I still believe that what we do is magic. No matter what anyone says, we are still magicians. Okay? You know, we might not be surgeons, but coders are wicked amazing at what they do. But maybe their main talent is coding. And if I'm able to think less about coding and focus more on styling, that's my strength. Yeah, I can do coding. But that's my strength. Work to your strength. Yeah? Always work to your strength or what you're good at. What you know you can deliver like that. Okay? Because when you're able to deliver something amazing, it feels good. Feels super good. I have to drink like this sometimes to miss the microphone. I'll just drink like this. But if I drink like that and then looking at this light here, which blinds my eye, I need to move that light a bit. Hey, Yakub, is it Yakub? Jakub, I think it's pronounced. Or Jacob. Sorry if I got it wrong. I use hello. I always use hello. So I'll just write it down. I always use hello. But for directory websites where I have a directory where you're going to have a map, I use my listing theme. I don't use child themes, by the way. Cool, both fine. I don't use child themes mainly because what if there is an update with hello and I've used a child theme? That child theme is not now going to have the hello update, right? You're going to miss out on it because you're using a child theme. So if I'm going to touch the theme with some funky code or whatever, I use code snippets. Code snippets is free. So I don't do a child theme. I 99% of the time I just use hello. And then if I need to add something to the function or whatever of the code, I use code snippet. Code snippet means you never have to have a child theme. Yes, it's a plugin, but it's so safe. It is so safe to use. So, hello, no child theme, code snippet. Do you know what I mean? Because I know loads of people that use a child theme. And then hello goes and updates itself, like WordPress 5.9. Hello updated itself not long after that. Elementor Pro. It just protects you. But yeah, I just use hello. I don't use Astra anymore. I never use Ocean WP ever. Because I know it works for some people, but there are always problems with Ocean WP. You know, there's so many plugins, you know, Cadence, all this stuff. If you're using Elementor Pro, you don't need to use Astra and Cadence and all this other stuff, Hestia, whatever, Nova Scotia, whatever. You don't need to use them. Hello is all you need. Because the website is about your creativity. You'll build your own templates rather than be restricted by the theme. Because themes restrict you, don't they? I mean, the Astra header footers are some of the worst I've ever seen. Hey, we got a header builder. The Astra header builder, you get 3 rows, split into 3 columns. It's appalling. It's so sickeningly appalling in the way you have to just, just use Hello and the Elementor Pro. And if you haven't got Elementor Pro, use the Elementor header footer builder plugin, which is free to do your header and footer. Don't allow a theme to restrict your creativity. Because it's a pain in the butt. It is a pain in the butt. Yeah. I'm going to call this iPhone image. So what I'll do is I'll have an image. Come in. No, I'll have the image already there. And I'll have the other stuff fade in after an offset delay. No, offset delay or no delay. Do an offset delay. And then I'll have the header come in. Yep, cool. So I'm just working out what I'm going to do for a video. Oh, mate, trust me. Before I had Elementor Pro, I used Astra. And I was using Astra. I was using Elementor Free. And I was using Happy add-ons, Mighty add-ons, Essential add-ons, Premium add-ons. When I made the switch to Elementor Pro, 0 add-ons. 0. The only time I have used an add-on was on one client. I used Premium add-ons because I really needed something I couldn't do otherwise. And I might use QI add-ons. QI, is that a Q? QI add-ons, okay. That's the wrong way, isn't it? QI for some stuff. But right now, in the last 12 months, hello, 0 add-ons, just essential Elementor Pro. Because sometimes when you look at some of these add-ons, they do something like super cool. I'd sit back and I go, would I use that? Where would I use that? Is it necessary? Oh, that is so cool. Do I really need it? Yeah, QI add-ons. QI add-ons for WooCommerce and blogs. You know, their carousels they have. Whoa, super good stuff going on there. I'll be honest with you though. I looked at the QI theme. I didn't like it. I tell you what, install it and have a look at it. I did not like it. There's too many settings, and for me, it restricts creativity. My recommendation is Elementor Pro, Hello, use Hello, and then use QI add-ons if you need to. But I'll tell you now, the QI theme is very complicated. You go in and there's all these settings. I'm talking like 50 settings. Forget it. I'm telling you, if you want to do it, but you will spend 4 or 5 hours going through the settings. Trust me. Not worth it. Not worth it. Because you're using up your time. Yeah, hello, mate. That's all you need. Hello. And with QI, have it at the back of your mind because they're really good, the plugin, and it's free. But only use the feature if you or the client need it. It's the post carousel, the shop carousel, interactive links. Super cool. But only if you need it. And if you don't need it, you don't install it. Plain and simple. I've seen some websites, people ask for help. They give me a login, I go in. 44 plugins was the last one I checked. 44 plugins. Loads of the plugins duplicated what another plugin did. They had Elementor Pro and they had the Elementor header footer builder. And I said, why you got that? You don't need it. Oh, I used it before. I said, get rid of it. What you messing around for? They had a special PayPal plugin and they got WooCommerce, which already had the PayPal there. I was like, what you got that for? Oh, someone said use it. Who? You don't need it. So when I build a store, I'll tell you the plugins. I'll start here. Elementor Pro, obviously. Autoptimize, WP Fastest Cache for my optimization. That's 4. WooCommerce, that's 5. I might then have the WooCommerce payment plugin, which you have to install as well. So that's 6. If we need to do some funky filtering, Themify, that is 7. If we need to do SEO rank math, that is 8. And I think that is it. That's it. 8. So in terms of WooCommerce and Themify, which is free for the filtering. That's it. Because with WooCommerce, with Elementor Pro, you can do the cart and the checkout customization. You got all the widgets to do your single product page, whatever. Themify is free and allows me to do some filtering options down the top or the side or on the mobile. You know, the colors or the size, whatever. It's all nicely laid out. And that's it. 8 plugins. I don't need more. What I would say you do, okay, is I'm just gonna give you a just hold on. I'm just gonna give you this video. Go and watch this video. Okay, so this video, watch this for the shop. That shop does not cover Themify. I'm gonna get you the Themify plugin as well. So Themify. Watch this video as well for Themify, okay? Right, that's gonna tell you the plugins, the settings, optimization, SEO, not SEO fully because that's rank math, but that's all you need to worry about. Oh, nice one, Bashira. I'm glad it helped. Look, I know my solutions don't always work for everyone, and most of the time is because there's so much going on in your back end, in your WordPress or your plugins or whatever, that my solution won't help everyone. But you know, Google Fonts, image optimization, compression, free optimization tools. You don't need WP Rocket. Stay away from NitroPack. Okay, if you like it, fine. I hate it. But you know, with some tips and hints, it can make a massive difference, right? Huge difference. A huge difference. In fact, I'll put that page, the latest page speed score video up. I know a lot of people ask about it. They might have missed it. So I'll just put page speed score video. This is the one I did for 2022. WP Rocket is fine. What I find with WP Rocket, though, there's loads of settings, and with I have found it sometimes a bit tricky to find the best setting. I know a lot of people like it, but I don't. How many videos have you watched on WP Rocket, and how many of them consistently show you the best setting? Not many. But with Autoptimize, I've gone through. Oh yes, Seraphinite. I'll tell you now, for Seraphinite, we did a video on that. We did a video on that, and I do recommend it. The only trouble with it is that obviously you got to pay. And there is a banner at the bottom of the page. I don't know if the banner is still there. I think the banner is. I don't know if the banner is still there at the bottom of the page, but Seraphinite is a good one. We reviewed it. If you've got auto-optimize, you don't need WP Rocket, Bashira. You can actually get rid of WP Rocket. You don't need it. Just auto-optimize. Asset cleanup is another good one. Auto-optimize, asset cleanup, and WP fastest cache maybe. They're all good to use. Serafinite kind of means you can do loads of it in just one plugin. But if you've got auto-optimize, if you're paying for WP Rocket, you don't need it. You don't need it. I'm gonna have to go kill my son in a moment, okay? Because he's still, I can hear him on the PlayStation. I'm gonna have to go kill him and tell him to get off it. Not literally kill him, but just tell him to, right, that's it. Enough now. Get off that PlayStation now. Because you're in big trouble, mate. Just check some messages I've got. Oh, I forgot I got music playing. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Asset cleanup. Because let's say you got a website, okay, and on your homepage, well, sorry, you got WooCommerce and Themify and Shop Engine and QI add-ons for your blog, whatever, right? You might even be using some other add-ons. But on your homepage, you've only got Elementor Pro stuff. WooCommerce and all of that is still loading stuff into your homepage. So with asset cleanup, I don't use any of the CSS or the JavaScript or any of those settings, right? I might use it to help preload some fonts if I have to, but I will go to the bit where you can go to the homepage and it will list all of the plugins that are operational on your homepage. What that means is WooCommerce is on your homepage, but you're not using WooCommerce on your homepage. You haven't got a shop, you haven't got products, there's nothing there. It's all in the shop page, but it is still operational behind the scenes. So what you do is you go into asset cleanup and you say, do not show WooCommerce on the homepage. Do not show essential add-ons. Do not show whatever you want, right? So on my homepage, I'm only showing Elementor Pro stuff. And it can make a difference of like 5 to 10% on your page speed score. Whoop. Trust me. Trust me, it works. And it's free. You do not need the premium version of Auto-Optimize or Asset Cleanup. You don't. You can do it for free. They won't tell you that, though. And a lot of these people out there that do videos for Asset Cleanup, they won't tell you that. They want you to get the premium version because they want you to click the affiliate link. Because when you click that, the company gets money and they get money. So they're going to tell you, yeah, you got to get the premium version of Perf Matters, WP Rocket, blah, 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 blah. They're going to tell you that because they want to make an income off you. And I'm telling you, you don't need that. You don't need it. Sometimes my website hits 99% on the mobile, depending on the server speed. I've got no premium plugins in there except Elementor Pro, which is meant to bloat your website, but it does not bloat your website. That is such a lie. You know, all plugins and page builders are going to bloat your website. Of course they will. But if you do it step by step, you'll find it's actually okay. So, Shivam, go and clean up your assets. Got to make sure I don't hit the microphone. So Jacob, I've never used WP Hive. Never come across that one yet. I'll make a note of it. I'll have a look at it. Never heard, I haven't come across that one. So if you're using asset cleanup or anything like that, you might need to go and check that particular page as well. The single product page, which is slightly difficult. But what you also have to remember is how slow was it? And if you check that single product page outside on your mobile, or get someone else to check it on their computer and then don't live with you, how slow is it? Because it might just be where you're based. But at the same time, why do you think it was slow? Have you got loads of stuff being pulled out or showing? Why do you think it was slow? What do you think has happened? And I would say, is it longer than 3 seconds? Oh, I forgot. Liverpool are playing. They've won. I forgot actually. I forgot about that. Take care, Yakub. The time of day I do this always changes, morning, afternoon, evening. But yeah, take care. See you soon. All right, I'm going to sign off now because it's been an hour and a half now. So I've kind of done what I wanted to do right now for some stuff. So I'm going to sign off. Look, it's been really good. Enjoy chatting with all of you. Just a great way to engage, isn't it? Look, if you're enjoying the videos we put out there, please do share and let other people know. Just because it means a lot to us. The more people that sign up and subscribe and share and like and comment on what we're doing. So please do that. Share it in your blogs or your Twitter or your Facebook posts. Please do let people know. But take care, and I will of course keep seeing you. And we keep pumping out videos that are helpful in terms of designing, creating, performance, SEO, and business as well, and respecting who you are. Look, take care, everyone, and I'll see you all soon.